Am I the idiot for going no contact with biological father, and his wife having a problem with it even though it is technically his and her actions that caused the goodbye? In 2012, my mother and biological father got into a messy divorce due to him being unfaithful. 3 weeks after the divorce, he got married to the woman he cheated with. She is a unique person. As the judge ordered my siblings and I to see him every other weekend for lunch at the park, she thought it was a dump. We couldn't go to the house and told him to fix it because she wanted kids to take care of. He tried, but the judge said no, so he stopped visiting. My mother got remarried to a great guy who has 4 kids, and we all get along great, and have done family vacations to the lake, camping, and traveling the West Coast. Week before Thanksgiving, I got a call from a number I don't remember. Correctly, caller ID just said WTF. It was my biological father's wife, and she asked if I wanted to join them for Thanksgiving this year. This is how the conversation went. NW new wife, and mom, me D stepdad, EF bio father, S siblings, NW. HI me. How are you doing? Great, so your EF and I have been talking, and we want you to come down for Thanksgiving this year. What do you say? Me. HINW. I don't think I would enjoy that. Plus, I just started working. I don't think I have enough money to even consider that a possibility. I told them I wouldn't be able to take off Thanksgiving anyways, and I would try for Christmas. So if you and EF want to see me and S, you would have to go to our hometown. NW. Don't take that tone with me, young lady. We expect to see you at Thanksgiving, and your mother sees you all the time. She can spare one Thanksgiving. Me. I don't live with them anymore, and I moved states, so it isn't like I can drive down and see them all the time. Also, what gives you the right to say that to me? You aren't my parents, and EF doesn't say that at all. NW. Well, I am your stepmother, and I demand respect dash. Me. You aren't anything to me except EF's wife. You are only like 10 years older than I am, and you're not my mother. I will respect you as an adult like you should be, but not as a parent. NW. Wait until EF hears about this. Me. Yeah, tell him. Tell him MS and I are still waiting on his back child support he owes all of us. Or tell him he could sign the abandonment papers we sent him, and he would never have to pay more child support, just what he owes. D would be more than happy if he did that. Then he could adopt us finally like he has been trying to do since we asked him years ago. He is a better man and a better father than EF was and will ever be. She hung up on me, and I got a message from my biological father basically saying I disrespected my stepmother and him. He also included that he would see me at Thanksgiving because I would be there. I sent a message telling him he could not boss me around anymore, like when I was a child. He had nothing to hold over my head anymore, and I wanted to work and earn money so I could pay my bills and save up for college and a car. I told him that I wanted to go no contact and that the message would be my final goodbye. My mother and stepfather think I did a good job at standing up for myself, while my grandmother, biological father's side, said I was too harsh and should apologize and go to Thanksgiving with them to make it up. I can see how I could have been mean, but I don't think I am wrong because NW is not my mother, nor is she my stepmother. Now for a few comments before the update. Comment 1. Not the idiot. The way you were spoken to sounds like it was from a movie out of the 50s where kids were seen and not heard. You gave very valid reasons as to why you couldn't make it, and then only blew up when you were told what to do by someone you don't even consider a parent. Comment 2. Not the idiot. It seems like you and your siblings have a good family life. Enjoy it. Just go no contact with bio dad and his dumbbell wife. I feel a tiny bit sorry for your bio dad's mom because I'm sure she feels obligated to stand up for him. But that's just not a good enough reason to put up with his BS. Stand strong. Comment 3. Not the idiot. Do not listen to your grandmother. You do not owe your sperm donor anything. Actually, I would be suspicious as to why they are being so insistent on you going for Thanksgiving. Did they also ask your siblings? Stay no contact and focus on your real family. Then the original poster responded with, the only reason I was asked was because I am the only one who truly refuses to accept that he has an ability, or will, to change. He has done me more wrong than what he did to my mother. So I believe it is because I am the only one who hasn't seen his lies about being a changed man yet. Then a commenter replied with, let Yef's mom know that you'll be happy to go to Thanksgiving once the child support is received or your mom and stepdad get the abandonment paperwork back. I want to take your own kid's side, but damn. Then the original poster responded with, I have a scheduled call with her, tomorrow, a whole other story if you'd like, but she has no idea he has yet to pay anything. He is a very good liar, and only after you catch him can you see how much he lies. I might tell her, but I really don't want to hurt my grandmother. I do love her, but there are some things she doesn't know yet. Now for the update. Thank you everyone for the messages. I wrote down some of them to help me explain to my grandmother why none of her grandchildren want anything to do with our biological father. There will be a link to the original post down at the bottom. I called my grandmother at our scheduled time to just chat and see how she was. Then she started saying how sperm donor wanted to see the new baby. I told her I had some really bad news for her. Not about the baby but about why he couldn't see her. This is the conversation summed up. GMD Mexican, grandmother important, /64, EF estranged father /50, E/22, male, LS little sister /19 with her first child GDM. Did you hear the great news? LS just gave birth. Me. Yes, GDM, I did. She stayed on the phone with me for a while before and after the baby was born because she was scared. Mom got there yesterday morning to see the baby. I'm planning on trying to go in September to see them. GDM. Perfect. We can get together and throw a small family party for her. My family is not small, so she is mentioning a family barbecue with close to 100 people. Her idea of small, and EF and his family could come so he can see his first grandchild. Mepanicked. GDM, that's not going to work. LS and the rest of us all have a restraining order on EF for abusing me. I also have some bad news about why that won't happen. EF has never paid any of his child support payments. GDM. What do you mean he abused you? What do you mean he never paid? I sent him money for the first 6 months after the court said he would need to pay, just so I knew you kids would get money while he looked for a job. Now realizing my GDM was kept in the dark about a lot. GDM, he never paid anything. Mom took him to court multiple times to get the money for us kids. He never sent a dime. He also abused me for years, in a lot of different ways. I still wanted to have a relationship with him because of my siblings, but now, I don't care. GDM. Mi pobre Nina *, why didn't you tell me? I forced all those Christmas gatherings on you and you were suffering. That mentiroso hijo de burro *. How dare he? Why when I get my hands on him inappropriate Spanish words for a horse's butt, a bad man, and more. After calming her down, she said she would talk to LS about a barbecue in September to introduce the new family member, but EF and his family would not step a foot on her property or she would shoot him. She then said she would call me back in a few hours to finish talking, but she had a very important call she needed to make. She wished me the best, sent so many apologies, and she'd see me sometime this month like we agreed. I really did think that she knew why I didn't want to see him, and that he never sent any money. I was very upset with her at the start of the call, thinking I would have to cut contact with her, but after hearing her freak out and apologize for putting me through all that, I really believe she never knew. I am going to let my mom know and see if this is a trick or if she thinks my grandmother is telling the truth too. Comment 1. Seriously, I am not going to pity the man when your abuela next sees him, but almost. She is the head of an army of family that can come for the man. And most of the tios and primos are happy to help. And they don't use just the chancla. Then the original poster responded with, I'm scared of when my tias finds out about it. Most of my family is women who all have kids that they raised to be good people. So when they hear how he turned out, I'm pretty sure there might be a funeral. Not a big one like normal, but a small one with only his family. Comment 2. You're the idiot. Frankly, you're being a spoiled, ungrateful brat. Your biological father made a minor mistake, and you're holding it against him like he committed some heinous crime. So what if he cheated and didn't pay child support? People make mistakes. You should have shown up at Thanksgiving and shown him some respect, because he's your real father. NW is trying her best to be a part of your life, and you just push her away with your insolence. You should be ashamed of yourself, treating your family like this. Grow up, accept them, and move on. Your stepdad is fine, but he will never replace your biological father. Don't be so unforgiving. The way you've handled this whole situation is immature, and it's time to fix it. Comment 3. Glad to hear that your grandmother is on your side and now understands she has a lying son. Hope you continue to get better and keep the scumbucket away. Now, for the next story. Am I the idiot for sleeping with my married friend's ex? My friend, Julia, dated this guy Charles, 4 years ago for approximately a year. They've been apart for 3 years and she's since gotten married. She's also 16 weeks pregnant now. I was friends with Charles when they were dating. He's a musician and so am I, so we had a lot in common. We all used to hang out a lot and I got to know him really well. I thought he was a really cool guy and I was happy for my friend. When they broke up, I stopped seeing him as I thought it was inappropriate. Years went by without any contact between us. Last month I was playing a small gig in a bar. After I finished, I went over to the bar to have a drink. Long story short, Charles was there and came over to say hello. We had some drinks, laughed a lot, ordered dinner and ended up going home together and sleeping with each other. Next day I decided to tell Julia and she stayed quiet after I told her. She didn't really respond but just said she was feeling tired, she's pregnant. I said bye and left her house. A few hours later I got a huge text message from her berating me, calling me a witch and saying I should have asked her. We've been friends for almost 10 years and she said she wants nothing to do with me. To be honest, I was in shock because I didn't feel like I needed to ask permission to date him after they had been broken up for so long and after she got on with her life. I'm not sure what to do now as he's invited me on a date. I don't want to lose her friendship. Most probably I'll end it with him. Am I the idiot? Edit. Lots of people asking how/why they broke up. She wanted kids and marriage, he didn't. He wanted to just concentrate on his career. She ended it with him. There's no update, so here's a few comments. Comment 1. Not the idiot. Honestly, I think Julia is being a controlling hypocrite and needs to take a serious chill pill. I mean, she dumped the guy, moved on, got married, and is pregnant, but now she wants to dictate who you can and can't be with? She's just jealous of your connection with Charles and is using her pregnancy as an excuse to act like a total tyrant. You and Charles have a lot in common, and she should be supportive of your relationship, not acting like a jealous high schooler. Honestly, I think you should keep seeing Charles and just let her get over herself. If she can't be happy for you, then maybe she's not such a great friend after all. It's about time someone told her how unreasonable and controlling she's being. Comment 2. You're the idiot. Clearly you have no respect for friendships and boundaries. How could you not realize that Julia would be hurt by this? It doesn't matter if she's moved on and married, there's a code of conduct between friends. It's called loyalty, maybe you've heard of it? I can't believe you would even question whether you're in the wrong here. You should have asked for her blessing first. Honestly, it sounds like you're a terrible friend and Julia is better off without you. Charles isn't worth losing a friend over, especially a friend of 10 years. Just drop him and beg for Julia's forgiveness. I can't even believe you would be so selfish and inconsiderate. Grow up and learn how to be a real friend. Comment 3. Not the idiot. That would have been an awkward conversation if a friend called me asking to sleep with my ex that I dated for 1 year. Now, if it were an ex-husband of 20 years, that's a little different. But in 1 year, you barely know each other. You haven't built a life together, in most cases. You're literally just dating the person. I feel like she's just hormonal and over-emotional due to the pregnancy. She'll apologize eventually. Just give her space. Now, for the next story. Am I the idiot for causing my sister to break up with her boyfriend after he was homophobic towards me? I, male 22, am gay. My older sister, female 26, has always been supportive of me and we are really close. We tell each other everything. She's been dating her boyfriend, male 27, for around a year. I know that he made her really happy, which is why I'm having doubts over all this. My sister invited me over to dinner at her house 2 nights ago. It had been about a month since we had seen each other in person, so I was excited. I went and everything was fine until she left the room. Her boyfriend started being super homophobic towards me, and even called me the F-slur. I don't know why he did that, but I knew that I was about to cry, so I left. My sister texted me 15 minutes later and asked where I had gone. I debated just telling her I felt sick or something, but I told her I didn't feel comfortable there anymore, and when she asked why I told her, she was furious and decided to break up with her boyfriend after confronting him. I felt terrible, but I didn't tell her to break up with him. She's been assuring me that it's not my fault, but I feel guilty. Since then her friends have been telling me that I ruined her relationship and that my sister is super sad. She hasn't said this to me, but now I'm worried that she's just saying that to me. Am I the idiot? Comment 1. Not the idiot. I know it's hard cause you love your sister and she's sad right now, but you did the right thing. Keep in mind, being a homophobic idiot is a huge red flag, and definitely an indication that he's a bigoted, close-minded individual, meaning not a good partner or husband. Comment 2. You're the idiot. You have no right meddling in their relationship. Please seek help because the world does not revolve around you. Comment 3. Not the idiot, and you did the right thing. Her ex-boyfriend was an animal, and you did your sister a big favor. You've saved her from future heartache and pain. No one should be homophobic, and he was also probably racist. Your sister's so-called friends are not really good friends. Now for the update. Hello everyone. First, I want to say thank you to everyone who responded and assured me that I wasn't in the wrong and that my sister made the decision. I think the whole reason I was worried was because I've always just wanted her to be happy, and since I know how hard it is to find a good relationship, I didn't want to ruin hers. I took your advice and we met for dinner last night. We had a really good conversation and I think it brought us even closer. I told her that I was worried that she really did blame me and that I had ruined her relationship. She assured me again that wasn't the case and asked why I felt that. I showed her the messages that her friends sent and she was furious. She told me that she would deal with them and told me not to worry. I'm not sure if she's going to lose her friends over this, but at least I know it's not my fault. We've decided to start having dinner together once a week to check in on each other. Again, thank you for reassuring me that she was doing it to protect me. Comment 1. I'm so happy you've been able to meet with your sister and reassure yourself that you did the right thing. Whilst the end of a relationship and friendships is hard and may make her feel sad, she knows that it's better for her to find better people with whom to enjoy relationships and friendships. You simply shone a light onto what these people are really like. Keep spending time together and supporting each other through life, and you'll both be okay. Comment 2. Your sister loves and supports you, so it's not surprising that she wouldn't want to date a homophobic jackass like her now ex. She deserves someone whose morals are aligned with hers, and bigots don't make the cut. She also deserves friends who will give support rather than judgment and blame. Comment 3. I am so happy to see this update. I'm also so sorry that both you and your sister went through that. Your sister obviously loves you and you enjoyed the weekly dinners/get-togethers with your sister. I love seeing the good in family relationships. Good luck to both of you. If you like this video, you'll probably like these too. Also, while you're here, please consider subscribing. It's your support that keeps this channel alive and allows me to make better and longer videos. Have a great day.